Alright, welcome back to our look at the first mission of Mass Effect 3 DLC Leviathan. If you missed part 1 and kind of wondering how to start this, go ahead and hit part 1 in the top left corner. That'll get you to our first video. But basically, we're running down the first mission or so of the new DLC that just came out, and it's good stuff. So we got off the Citadel, and here we are heading towards uh, the galaxy map point that we discovered, that we narrowed down and figured out. This is when the DLC starts to get a little interesting, actually, which is always good, right? You want the DLC to be interesting, especially when you pay $10 for something that we waited quite a while for it.
Grayson said they were shadowing his field teams. If they're after Leviathan 2, Reapers are a good sign.
That's not something you hear every day.
Take us in.
Once again, some of the stuff that Mass Effect does best is just that they can make cutscenes interesting, which is not always the case with games. So. It wouldn't be Mass Effect DLC without some kind of landing sequence, so here we go. So our first real bit of combat in the DLC. So I don't know if you're like me, but I was, I don't know if I do it in this DLC, but I did later. But I definitely like to look left and right, see the vastness and the huge open areas that they create, and it's always fun to watch.
Scouting party.
It sounds like they brought some friends.
Like a good squad member right in front of me, that works. Another thing I love about Mass Effect is just the sounds. Just badass sounds. A lot of brutes in this DLC from what I've played so far.
Let's get Garnell before the serious troops arrive.
Like most Mass Effect 2 and 3 missions, very linear, only one way to go. At least that's what I've seen so far. The next mission after this, after our videos, is a little crazier, where you have to really navigate your way, up something that's been destroyed. But there's still only one way to go. So, and here we go. Their clever way of hiding load screens right there. I'm gonna call it bypass, and it'll actually just be loading beyond the door. And then there's an actual load screen. Go figure. I do cut a couple little snippets out of here where I'm maybe wandering around, just to make sure it fits on a YouTube video. But this is an interesting part. This is where you start to really put things together. So in a way, they've kind of got zombies in Mass Effect. They found a way to do it.
I'm Commander Shepard of the Alliance. You just had Reaper troops attacking your front door.
Are they still there?
I've taken care of them for now.
I see. That will be all.
That will be... Hello?
Yes. Welcome to TGS Mineral Works. How can we help you?
Yes. For the tour. Please sign in.
Look, we don't have time to waste. I'm looking for a researcher, Dr. Garnell. He would have arrived within the last couple weeks. If he's still here, I need to speak to him.
We have no Dr. Garnell.
Do you need to see a doctor?
How about I just go in and look around?
No. The access elevator is broken.
So obviously your goal is going to be to try to get that elevator going. Everybody you talk to, everybody you run into in this area basically says, you know, you need to leave. So in a way, I think Shepard's a little slow on this because, I mean, I think the rest of us figured out that, well, they were obviously being controlled or they're zombies or something. But it took Shepard's getting, you know, he's getting a little long in the tooth. It takes him a little longer to figure things out.
Excuse me.
You don't belong here.
And I didn't see the data pad on the chair next to her. I did now. There we go.
I'll set the drone to repair the elevator, but we have to stay with it.
And I don't remember seeing these in the regular Mass Effect 3, so I thought he had to. I wasn't really paying attention. It's like, what's going on here? And then it's like, oh, okay, you got to follow. And I could be wrong, but boy, I don't remember using this. And you use it a couple times right away in this DLC. So nobody seems to mind that we're repairing something. So we're gonna head down and figure out what exactly is going on here.
The elevator security logs said Garno came through here in the last week. Why are they lying about that?
No idea. Let's hope we don't have to look too far.
Right there is why I look everywhere, just because. I'll take the credits. These two doors seem to go into the same room. Doesn't really matter which one you go into. Those video tours are everywhere. Obviously, something's going on here that a little uneasy. The music even alludes to it. Now, eventually, I think down and to the left, or right to our right here. Let me see if we can. Yeah, this to the right is where you're going to end up at the end of this video. It's a security panel, and that's the end result of walking around this place. There's a lot of things you can click on and try to figure out. It's kind of more the same from the lab, from the last video, where you have to kind of piece together the clues to figure out what to do.
Implications of human biology.
And there's actually, I don't know if we're going to walk by them, but if there is, I'm going to call out exactly what door you're going to need to go in to get the you know, very important piece of evidence. Like I said, I did clip a lot of stuff, but if you go in every door that's open, if you click on everything you see, you'll figure it out. That door gets closed and kind of in a in-your-face fashion, but head down here to Mineral Labs and let it go ahead and load or bypass, whatever you want to call it. That door right there. So that door behind them is where I eventually go in. I think it's locked right now, it looks like. So something I'm doing opens that up, and that's where you go in and grab the key piece of info or whatnot that you need to get into the medical labs over here to the right. Very eerie feeling walking around this building, I know that.
Personnel ID.
That personnel ID comes in handy. That's what you need as a patient ID to get into this door over to the right.
You shouldn't be here.
Nobody wants to dish out any information, so.
This is a restricted area. An active patient file number is required.
I don't have that.
Access denied.
So yeah, that's what we need to find, an active patient identification number. That's what we do eventually go and find. So this is going to be probably a little bit of me. I don't know how much I edited out of me just trying to figure out what to do. Geez, I think that might be the door that actually shut on me earlier, now that I think about it. Oh, here we go. So I think, do I go over here? Nope. Went right by it. See, it's red there, so I didn't think I'd go in. I don't know if you can yet, so like I said, I recorded this a few days ago, so I'm kind of learning this along with you. At least I can give you some good hints on where to go.
You should.
Yeah, nobody's going to give us any details. That board to the left right there you saw for a second is the security panel, which we will have to come back to. And I believe we do that in video 3 of this series. That's just to get out of here. Don't want that yet. See that code you got over there? Will come in handy right here.
ID 231-95.
Nice little upgrades here and there for stuff in this DLC that I've run into so far. When in doubt, just keep moving around and clicking on things. That board right there that I'm looking at is a vital piece. Oh, I didn't even see that it was available to click on right now. But I think this is when I go back and figure out that one door is open to me. So right, so in here is where I grab a vital piece of info. And you know, you always know it's vital, right, when there's a cutscene? That's kind of how I go with it. Security terminal. So that's where the hint is that, you know, we're gonna have to go find that security terminal and go from there.
So he's still here. Do we have that passcode hack?
Yeah, we just need to enter it at the security terminal.
So now I want to hunt for that security panel. I didn't know what it was called before. Really nothing over here that's gonna even look like it. So I double back and find that.
I don't have that.
All right, so we got about 20 seconds left here. We do have a part 3 where we continue on and get to some more combat. So hit that part 3 in the top right corner. Thanks for checking things out, and I'll see you on the other side.